Hello traders, hello, D7 here, weekend edition video. Good through Sunday, June 23rd, 2019. The time of this video is, what is it? June 21st, which is the longest day of the year, longest day of sunlight. Craziness. Markets end the day bearish on Friday with Russell's down 0.8%. And crude oil up 1%. What you'll see here is silver down, but gold higher. Precious metals have been going up. VIX increasing 4.4%. We're at 15.4. Bitcoin almost at 10,000. Last time Bitcoin was at 10,000, we exploded at 20,000. Mark my words. If we get through 10,000, 20,000 and plus, we'll go higher than 20,000. My first buy was around 3,700 on Bitcoin. My Bitcoin's up a lot. Just mark my words, you need Bitcoin. That's just something you need to have as part of your portfolio. Looking here at the spiders, we're up. It's going to get a sell now on the daily chart. Let me look, though, at what we're going on the... So this is the weekly. We're up. Look at this, guys. We drop. This is a resistance line. So this line goes way back here. Support, resistance. We miss resistance and drop. We miss. I mean, we got this resistance too. Resistance coming across. We missed it there. I think that there's a good chance, guys, if I draw another trend line here, check this out. Here, and I'm going to this one, okay? Look at that. We're right at it. So if we go back here, we got above it, we came back in. Because of that, weekly gets a sell. Weekly gets a sell. We're at resistance. All right. So weekly gets a sell. And the monthly, it's not over, it doesn't matter, so we won't look at that. Let's go to the diamonds quickly. I want to look at the weekly on the diamonds. Look at this, we're at resistance. So the last time we were at the resistance here, we dropped. We get there again, we drop. We couldn't even touch it there, and we dropped. Now we're at it again. It gets a sell. So there's another sell. There's a sell on the weekly chart, guys. So if I go over here to the daily chart, yeah, it's a sell also. So the weekly and the daily is a sell. Is a sell. Wow, Nasdaq. Yeah, see how we closed below that trend line? That was critical. We had a hanging man, but we were above the trend line. But now we close below it. It gets a fat red one right there. It's a sell. And if I go over here to the weekly, I can't do a sell. I need to stay with a buy on that one. Let's stay on a buy. I'm just cleaning this up just a little bit. I'm good with the buy. Small caps. I got a buy on the weekly, but see how we stopped at the 20-week moving average? That could be a sell, guys. I already have a sell. Look at this. Thursday, I put a sell, and it's dropped Friday. Man, should I put a sell on the weekly? I'm not going to put a sell on the weekly. Let's go to financials. See what's financials. I'm okay with my buy on the weekly. I do have a sell a few days ago. Let's see what happens there. U.S. dollar took a dump. See how we came up here near resistance, put a sell on it, and it crushed resistance, and it broke resistance, or support rather. Broke support, guys. That's bad news. This line goes way back. Let me show this to you. If you want to draw the same line, you'll have to go back to April 17th, 2018. April 16th, actually, 2018. We come up. We hit this area June 6, 2019, and we broke it. Ouch. It's in a lot of trouble. The weekly already has a sell on it. I'm good with that. Crude oil, the weekly is going to get a buy signal. I'm using TradingView, tradingview.com. There's a link right below. That link will take you right there, and I think it even takes you to my personal profile that's on there. I think, but the link is below. for TradingView. That's the charts that we use here. So I'm good with the daily buy on that. Silver, look at this buy, boom. We're starting to drop. I'll stay with my buy. Weekly, it looks good. The monthly is going to get a buy. The reason I can't put a buy yet on the monthly is because it's not finished yet. We still have another week or so of this month to go before I can put a buy on that. Gold, look at this. I had to sell on it, put it around on a buy when it broke resistance, and then boom to the upside. Oh man, we had gold buy at 121. We're at 131. That's a big pop. VIX, Thursday put a buy on it. We did go higher, so I think there's more upside on the fear. And the weekly dojied out. I'm going to put a buy on the fear. Guys, next week looks bearish to me. And 2 weeks ago, I said bearish, 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 and the markets went bullish. I'm telling you, even though I'm saying bearish across the board here, it could still go bullish in the market. Anytime that happens, it just tells you the underlying forces are too great on the economic side of things and the fundamental side of things, that it just is outweighing everything. So right now, technically speaking, we're set up to go bearish next week. We're set up to do that. But will it happen? Time will only tell. Bitcoin. A lot of you guys don't thumb your nose at it. This is here to stay. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. Libra's with Facebook. If you're on Facebook, Facebook has its own cryptocurrency it's coming out with. You might have read on that. So it's here to stay, guys. But we're up, 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 up. I had my weekly buy right here. It looks like my buy was at 4,000 and we're at 9,900 right now. On the monthly, I was at 3,800 and now we're at 9,800. On the daily, my most recent buy was at 8,050 and we're at, that's where we're at right now. And it broke an area of resistance on right now. Right now, it broke an area of resistance. It's incredible. Let's get to some stocks of interest. And whoa, my monologue is going to be very different. Let's just go to the daily charts here. This needs to go. You're going to watch me put on a couple lines. We have a good old-fashioned symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle. Got a buy on it, but a lot of consolidation. This is a weekly though. Come on, Des. We need to go to the daily. Daily's up, 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 up. But guys, I'm taking profits. So we're in right here at 179. We're out at 198. All right. American Express gets a fat red one too. Let's take our profits, guys. So we're in on American Express at 116. Let's say 117. We're out at 124. These are blue chip stocks, guys. We should not be making this much gain on it, but we're in. I'm not going to take my profits on this one. This could still go higher. Boeing is still going higher. I got a buy on it. I'm going to stay with my buy. Caterpillar, up, up, up. I'm going to stay with my buy on Caterpillar. Cisco gets a sell. We're taking profits. So we're in at 56 and out at 57. So we pulled a point out of it. CVX gets a sell. So we're in at 121. We're out at 124, 125. So 3 to 4 points. Not bad. Disney, I got a buy on it. Oh, it's a high base pennant. I'm going to stay with it. I could go higher. GE, I got a buy on it. I'm going to stay with it as much as I don't want to. Goldman Sachs got a buy on it. I'll stay with it. I have a buy. I'm just going to sell it again. I know so we're in at 207 and out at 209. So we made 2 points on that one. IBM, we got a buy on it. See this? We got a buy and we're over resistance. I'm going to stay with that buy. Intel, got a buy on it. I will stay with that. Johnson & Johnson, I got a buy on it. I'm good with that. JP Morgan, I got a buy on it, but I'm going to sell it. So I lost money on this one. We're in at 109 and out at 109. So we're break even, we're down some. Okay. Coca-Cola, I got to buy on it. Oh, I just don't like it. I want to sell that. McDonald's, I got to buy on it. But holy smokes, I'm selling that, dude. Yeah, I'm going to sell it. We're in at 203 and out at 204. Exactly $1. 3M, got to buy on it. Merck, I got to buy on it. No, that makes sense. That's a sell. We got to get it closer. Got to sell on it. But that could be a buy. We hammered out. Because of that, I am going to put a buy back on Hammer Time. We're going to do that. Microsoft, I got to buy on it. I'll stay with my buy. Whoops, Nike, I got to buy on it. I'll stay with that. PFE. Oh, boy. I'll stay with it. But Procter, got to buy. I don't want to stay with that. That one goes. Procter is gone. So we're in at 110, out at 111. Travelers gets a sell also, taking profits. So we are in at 146, out at 151. UNH, got to buy on it. United Health, UTX, got to buy on it. I'm okay with that. Visa, got to buy on it. Check this. There's a base pop. Nice. I'll stay with it. Looks a little choppy to me. Verizon, got to buy on it, and it's bouncing. So that's what needed to happen at this area, at this line. That line I'm going to get rid of. It's caught up in the moving averages. That is a concern. WBA, Walgreens, got to buy on it. No, I don't. I have a sell on it. We have earnings coming up June 27th. So we're in this one at 51, out at 52. Walmart, got to buy. No, I got to buy and then a sell and then a buy. Okay. Exxon, I got to buy. Man, that's on fire too. Look for crude oil to keep going higher. Let's look at tech stocks. These are more exciting. These are the guys that I really like. We already looked at Apple. We put a sell on it. AMD, holy smokes, tell me I got a sell on that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. AMD is crashing. Amazon, you got a sell on it. We're dropping. Baidu, or Baba rather. Got a sell on it. I thought it would drop, and it didn't. Baidu, got a sell on it, and it did drop. Booking, I got a buy on it. Wow. Cisco, that's looking good. We put a sell on it. Catfish, I got a buy, but I want to put a sell on that really badly. Oh, I'm selling that dude. So we are in at 62 and out at 64. eBay. Ooh, I should have a sell on that. Yes, I do. I got to make them closer because I don't see them when they populate. But look how it's bouncing, though. That could be a buy soon. I have a sell. Man, Facebook. Do I want to buy that? No, just because what I'm seeing on the markets, I'm not going to buy it. Google. I'm good. Google with an L. I'm good. GoPro is just down here in the dumps. And I'm good with my sell. Microsoft, already looked at. MU, woo, dropped today. We have earnings, guys, coming out here on the 25th. Netflix is up. It's saying, who cares about you, Disney? Nvidia, oh, I should have a sell on it on Thursday. It gets a sell today. So we're in at 144 and out at 151. Oracle. That broke resistance on Thursday. Friday, it came right back down. I'm going to lose money on this one. So I had to sell on it. Then earnings came out. It popped. So I bought it on earnings, but I had to sell it because now it dropped again. So I've lost. I was in at 56. So we'll just say 57 and out at 56. So lost a point on that one. PayPal, I got a buy on it. It's choppy mess. No, I'm going to sell this now. And basically break even. Oops. make sure I get that right. You guys have called me out in the things. So we got a buy here. Oh, let's take profits on Shopify, guys. Yeah, you guys said, what's the difference from Snapchat and Shopify? Shopify is an online, I saw the question in the comments. Shopify is an online service where people can buy and sell. Snapchat is just a device where you can send pictures and videos that will disappear. After you send it to them, they'll just automatically disappear. Yeah, so Shopify, we got a sell on that. Snap. I'm going to put a sell on that too. I just don't like Friday. Don't like today. So we lost money. We're in at 1484, out at 1456. Tesla is up 2.2%. Got a buy on it. Did this little pullback. We're okay with that. And I think this, oh boy. I don't know, guys. I'm long, but I'm not liking it. Twitter, got to sell on it. Look at Twitter diving. That is craziness. Craziness. Okay, next monologue time. I'm going to introduce you, or we're going to bring Shauna on. She's a new incoming student, and I'm experimenting by interviewing her. So let's bring her in.
It's asked me for camera. There we go.
There you are. Hi.
I got it.
I'm so excited. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Oh my gosh. Why did you choose me?
Well, so this morning, I mean, this is how it happened, really. So
yeah,
this morning, I was just thinking about how we're all on islands by ourselves, that we're traders, but we're not connected to a lot of other traders. It's like we because people don't know this language. They don't know, what trading is. So it's just hard to connect with people as a whole. I got thinking that I'm connected with a lot of people just because of my business, my profession, how long I've been in it. But the common thing I keep hearing from people is how disconnected they feel. And one thing I'm trying to do, as I shared with you last night when we had our phone call, I tried to share the idea with you that we, here at Grok Trade, we build this ecosystem, right? And how can we make the ecosystem more cohesive or more engaging with the students, so the students are connecting, that they really feel like they're part of a community, right? So I just got thinking, man, half of that is how cool would it be if I were to bring on people who are in our ecosystem, and I just do a little short interview at the end of my video. So there it is.
There it is. Awesome. I love that you're trying new ideas to get people interested, because, there's people like me that you don't even know about the world, and you don't even know that there's, trading stock doesn't make sense to people because it's not a piece of paper. It's on the computer. People don't get what that means, so it's big and scary to them, and they've been told that it's big and scary and to stay away from it. So, I think that's a great approach that you're taking, and hopefully, you get more outreach from it. So
yeah, we'll see what the comments are below.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah. Hey, why don't you, Shauna, you and I had one phone call. We talked last night because you just recently signed up. You're going to be a mentor student coming through the program. And so we had a short talk. So just introduce yourself and tell us where you're from, and give us as much or as little information as you want. It's up to you. And then I would really like to hear your story on how you started trading, what got you into it, just to hear your story.
Okay. So can you edit the video at all?
I can.
As long as you promise to edit, if I, make some crazy or do something crazy, okay? Because I'm going out there on this one.
Hey, me too. Me too.
But it'll be a new experience for me.
Good. Well, hey, this is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So introduce yourself and tell us about your trading.
So my name is Shauna, and I am I would call it a newbie on trading because I've had a little bit of trading experience, but it's been failed trading experience because, I was not smart about the way I had gone about it previously. And first, let me start off by saying that my right after I graduated, the market for jobs was not very high. So my father had always been interested in trading and stuff. So he's like, well, why don't you try this? And he was generous to
That's a cool father.
yeah, right? Yeah. So he had a lot of trust in me, needless to say. So not only did I go through, what he had provided to me, but I'd actually gone through a little bit more in my situation, and I had lost it all. So I stayed away from the stock market for quite a few years. That was right before the housing crash in 2007, 2008 there. And, more recently, my husband and I were talking, and, we make decent money, and we find ourselves struggling. And what struggling means to me is, we make decent amount of money, we have decent jobs, and we have a mortgage and one car payment, not even two, but one car payment. And we have a very large daycare expense. We actually spend more money in our daycare than we do for the mortgage on our house. So we live pretty much paycheck to paycheck with a little bit of savings going into retirement and maybe a little bit of savings for emergency expenses, but nothing that says I'm saving for my future. When I'm ready to retire, I'm going to feel good about where I am because, we've saved all this money. And at the rate that we're looking at our savings, and the cost of it is that it's going to be to retire, the cost of inflation, not keeping up with even your savings account, it's kind of like, well, what do you do? What can you do? Well, the opportunity is there in the stock market. I feel that way. And instead of working hard and making money, I would like my money to turn around and work for me because I work hard for my money. And, I'd like to, have a little bit of breathing room and take a couple of trips, and not have to live paycheck to paycheck and, barely scraping by, barely being able to save, as I just watch the price of everything just continue to increase, So that's what really brought me back to getting ready to go back into trading. And so I know from my previous experience that I need help with that. And I need a trusted system as well as, someone that, can really help me get there, really help me accomplish financial freedom and build my wealth.
Right. So your dad got you into it. You started trading. What were you trading? Were you trading stocks, options?
I started off options. Yes. And so it just, as soon as the market crashed, it was just gone. There was no even, I was at work with the options. I didn't have any stops on them or anything. And it was just like, by the time that I had gotten back to the trades, they were worthless, couldn't even close them out and save a little bit of money. So yeah, it was a hard lesson.
A lot of people don't know this about me, but I used to be an options coach, trainer, teacher, and I've taught a lot of people options trading. Did it for years. And I got to where I saw so many students before they even got to me that lost more money than you can shake a stick at. And I'm guessing here, and I've said this publicly before, but if I had to guess with all the students that have come through how much money was lost that I was privy to know when, we'd have mentor students, if they shared that with me, I'm going to guess right around $35 million was lost into option trading. And so when I started seeing those deep losses, I started analyzing, because I'm a analytical, I'm just wired that way. And I started looking at the odds with options. And then if you think about it, you've got your Greeks, your beta, theta, delta, you got all your Greeks you got to get right, but you still got to get price action right, volume right, indicators right, market timing right, psychological analysis right. I mean, let's say you got to get 10 things right on options, okay? If you take away all the Greeks, all you got to do is get these 5 things right, the price action, volume, fundamental analysis, market timing, you know what I mean? Get those right. The more variables you have, the more chances you have to screw up. And theta is the bad one. That's the time decay. That tells me you've got to be right within that window of time. If you don't, bad things happen. So I quickly became not a fan of options. And I noticed that I wasn't trading options, even though I was teaching it. My colleagues weren't trading options, even though we taught it. And I thought, why are we promoting this? So I stopped promoting it. Even when the students came to me, they thought they were coming for option trading. And I just said, hey, I'm just telling you right now, it's not the direction to go. The odds are against you. So
yeah.
And if you and I also told them that, let's say you get a 10-to-1 leverage on your option. What I tell them is you can get 50-to-1 or 200-to-1 in futures trading. So if you want leverage, earn your right in trading, earn your right where you can make money with stocks first. And if you can make money with stocks first, then bring magnification to it, because magnification, that's all leverage is, magnification. It magnifies your good trades, so if you win, it goes boom. But if you lose, it bam. I mean,
you really lose.
It balances. So magnification is only good if you're trading really well with a great system on a regular basis where there's consistency and safety, right? And if you so instead of going into options after you stock trade, we say futures, because futures gives you your leverage that that gives you a lot of bang for your buck, and you don't have time decay. So you get rid of all the theta and beta, and you get rid of all the Greeks. So anyway, I'm done chatting. This is about you, not me jumping on a soapbox. So you were trading, what type of options were you trading?
Well, I was following this company, and I was taking these classes with this company, and they were giving me in and out points and all that, all that jazz and everything. And I was just really too new to it, that it just, I didn't really understand what I was doing when I was doing it. And I guess I was trying to think that I, would somehow, miraculously know what I was doing. But it's funny, because I was actually the ones that they had pointed out to get into were actually Countrywide and some other bank that crashed. And I was just, I guess that's what really, really burned me, because I was just like, are you serious? Like, you're giving me crappy companies? Like, oh my gosh. Like, it wasn't even that their stocks crashed. Like, they just, the whole company crashed and burned. Like, it wasn't even a good company. So I guess, that's also kind of what I was, when I was, listening and watching your videos and stuff, is that you look at the fundamentals, that it's a good company, because that is what the money makers are, or I should say the market movers are going to be investing in, in and out of those stocks. And that resonated with me, because I understood what that meant, that they're not going to be putting their money into a company that's going to go down tomorrow, or I should say close the doors tomorrow.
I mean, Shauna, you're spot on saying that, because you're right. Those people who move the market, those into the big accounts, they're making decisions based off of the numbers of the business. Is the business set up for major growth going into the future? That's how they're making their investment money. And that's how, because they have a responsibility to buy so many funds, right? They have that. So funds have to keep buying these stocks, and And what they're looking at is the fundamentals of that business. I used to be an institutional trader. I'm telling you from experience, that's what they're after. And they move 80% of the market. So they're kind of like the camel walking through. We got to be the flea that jumps on the camel back, as it goes by.
Ride it up, that's all.
Yeah.
On
So
a ride.
What was interesting, I had two mentors. I had a mentor in stock trading on the technical analysis part, and then I had a mentor on the fundamental part. And the fundamental, he's not with, he has since passed away, but he taught me some amazing things and in fundamental analysis, and you'll be learning this. We're actually going to give you the shortcut to it. You'll learn how we quickly analyze the best companies out there, and you will love that. You specifically will love this. But we don't stop there, because this guy, he and I got together just years and years ago as he was teaching me, and he become more interested in technical analysis because of me being an enthusiast in it. And he goes, Des, what we should do, he is a very wise man. He goes, Des, what we should do is use my stocks. We will we will pick my stocks, but we'll trade them your way. So we pick them fundamentally and we trade them technically. And I thought that was a game changer for me when I started including both fundamental and technical analysis together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what drew me, to your guys' program, was because you see that, and I resonate with that. I see that, unfortunately I didn't see that previously, but, it was a big mistake. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to, learn and do things correctly, and, and do it in a way that is a proven method. Like I said in our last conversation, those day trading numbers were just almost unbelievable, to me, but I am so to be able to master it like that, you guys got my attention for sure. And I'm not ready for the day trading, but I am definitely ready to, start my, journey on the swing trading and getting into, the technical analysis and building my wealth, my portfolio, my trading portfolio.
Okay, we'll wrap up here. I told you to be short. And this is great. I love this so far. I'm really enjoying this. Two more questions for you. The last one's a fun question. I was thinking of this earlier, but the question is this: I asked you how long you've been listening to our videos, and you said only 2 months. I thought, whoa, that's a short amount of time. How did you find us, and what do you know about our company, and why did you choose to do mentoring with us?
Okay, so I found you through YouTube. I am not a YouTuber whatsoever. My husband more so is, though. And he was following a couple of people, that he was like, okay, broke wealth, da-da-da. And I was like, okay, so let me see what I can find for, stock investing, stock analysis, that sort of thing. And I watched a couple of different videos, and your video had finally, popped up with the Grok trading. And, when I watched you just kind of just very easily and go through the charts and just, feel so confident and be so quick at it. And, I could tell right away that it was something that, you were able to learn and you focus on. And now it's just like, walking down the street, what those stocks are going to do, because you've played out those patterns so many times. So the level of confidence, the level of, being correct on the number of trades, that you were calling, and the direction that when you were going to call it, it was going to go, and
almost all the time.
Almost all the time. Yes.
I'm probably 80-20.
Yes, there's a couple of, but that's you can't be right all the time, right? I mean, you're just playing off of the patterns, and the pattern could very well go the opposite direction, but the majority of the time they don't. So I get that. I understand that. I know that things happen and it can go the wrong way. But when, the majority of them go the right way, you're going to make money if you're, smart about your losses. And, I did watch your murder video, your bloody murder video, where you called out, how everything was about to go down. And, I have to say that I am completely in agreement with you that everything was lined up to go down. And the economy as a whole, just looking at the economy as a whole, we're getting ready for the next bubble. It's just that, for whatever reason, it's just not there yet. And, right. But I know it's going to come. It's coming very, very soon. So, I don't even have to be, an economist or anyone like that. I mean, just paying attention to what's kind of going on in the economy, you can see that, unfortunately, we're kind of headed for the next bubble is about to arrive, and we're about to be there. So I think you just might have called it a little bit too early, but everything was lining up. The charts, they were lining up, and I have to agree with you. It's definitely coming. It's on its way.
Okay, last question for you, Shauna. It's an easy one.
Okay.
Give us a useless fact about yourself. Like, I'll give you one. I can make a Cajun gumbo from scratch. Okay, now you give me a useless fact about yourself that nobody would know unless they asked.
You want a useless fact or a surprising fact?
Surprising's fine too.
All right, I will do surprising because I get just about everyone with this. I actually, one summer during college, I actually was a machine operator. So I drove heavy machinery equipment during one of my summers for college. So it was quite the experience, and most people get, a little bit of a reaction out there. And
super cool, Shauna. All right. Hey, we'll end with that. Shauna, you are number one. Depending on the feedback of people below, we will find out if we'll do more of these. So thank you for being the guinea pig. Thank you for agreeing to do this. So thanks for being a part.
And I will say that I can bake, and I do make a mean apple pie on top of it. So
love it. Love it. Well, we'll see you. What dates were those? Hold on. I think those were, what dates were those for mentorship? That is, let me look here. It is the It is the 18th, 19th, and 20th of July. So it's a Saturday. It's the, I'm sorry. It's the, 19th, 20th, 21st of July. So that is when you'll be taking the class. And anybody else, I'll make sure I got the number down here somewhere, right down here. I'm going to put in John's phone number. Text him first. So just don't call him. But if you're interested in the class, hey, you met John. He's a great guy. I like him.
Yes. Very nice guy. Super, super nice guy. You guys are all great. So I'm really looking forward to, my Grok mentorship and partnership, future partnership with you guys.
Yeah. All right. Take care, Shauna. We'll see you later.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.